Alright guys, welcome back to the Pikmin Let's Play. We are slowly winding down. We're almost to the end of the game now. We are going to head into the impact site, get the last remaining essential part, and we're going to recover some of our numbers. So, the impact site is going to be a lot more colorful than what we saw the first time, just because now it's like pellets everywhere, as you can see already. There's 3 tins, there's a 20 there.
Jeez.
So there are 10s of each color, and there are 20s of each color. And then, of course,
like
a
the
bunch
wild
of
ones.
Yeah, a bunch of pellet posies all around.
Oh, is that actually what they're called?
That is actually
That's
what they're called,
adorable.
yeah. So the interesting thing about the impact site is after day 8, there are cycling optional bosses. So because we came on an odd day, we're not going to get Mamuda, which I was going to talk more about Mamuda since we saw the Smoky Prog, but actually today we're going to get an enemy called Gulix, which is very bizarre, but stupidly easy if you have blues, and I don't know why you wouldn't have blues.
Right.
So...
Are you just, like, beelining right for him, or it, I guess? I'm
beelining for bomb rocks, because to get to the part I need to knock down the bomb rocks. And then I'm going to take care of Gulix, because he's going to be in the way of getting those blues to the part.
Okay.
Now, is this part actually required?
Yes, this is the positron generator, I think is what it's called.
Does it take 10 Pikmin to push that box?
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. And that is a recurring thing in all of the games. There he is. There's Gulix.
Oh hey, it's
Morphus?
Morpha.
Morpha.
It's also boss in Wonderful 101. An enemy type in Wonderful 101.
The Morpha type.
I forget the name of it.
So this ramp is an asshole.
Yeah, I know how to not do it. So the thing with Gulix is actually a kind of just an interesting by story. Is a binuclei organism. It actually has 2 nucleuses, and it's technically one giant cell.
Neat.
So the gray nucleus the tan nucleus is hard, and if you allow Gulix to pull it far away from the green nucleus and then you hit it with a blue, it knocks into it and causes severe damage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's a weird thing, and like it can't hurt blues at all.
Because it's a liquid.
Yeah, because it's water. So, and there it is, it's dead. Already dead.
It doesn't shoot a giant beam though, so...
Yeah. It's a really underwhelming optional boss.
It's neat, though.
Yeah,
I think the cool thing about... granted, I've only seen 2, I guess, out of 3. Mm-hmm. But they're all, distinct.
Yeah.
Because I even mentioned it a little bit, is, everybody else is the palette swapper, almost in that vein, and then it's what the hell is this, a demon thing, and, it just doesn't even have a face.
Yeah.
I think that's really neat.
I have no idea what to do in this situation right now.
Yeah, but honestly...
Except it's blue, so I know exactly what to do.
Right.
All the bosses in this game are fairly unique. They're not recolors of anything.
Yeah, it's true. The beetles are pretty standalone. But as far as the overall enemy goes, more than...
I think that's something that they really do extremely well in 2, is you get introduced to a lot more of the,
wildlife.
Extended family of what you've already seen.
Okay.
So there's, There's cannon beetles, but they're not armored. So they, burrow underground so they can't be hurt all the time. Or, different things like that. So here's an interesting thing. This part is gigantic, but it's tiny when it's inside the pearl. And this pearl, it's a pretty easy quote-unquote enemy to get around. You just call your guys out before it clamps down. Once you figured out the timing, it's really easy to do. But if it's the first time you're fighting this thing, all of a sudden the part is huge.
Right.
If it's your first time fighting it, you can lose a bunch of Pikmin because you don't know it's going to clamp shut.
Yeah. Also, you called it a pearl and it's a clam.
Well, the corpse you get out of it is a pearl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Myth was wrong for pointing it out then.
And the enemy's name is Pearly Clamp. Or Clam, or something like that.
Clamp, yeah. So the pearls are worth a lot. They're not worth nearly as much as the black pearl, but, that's fine. I'm not bitter about it at all.
Always with.
But I think it's funny. So the first part we got in the game was the Eternal Dynamo, which is the 2 giant AA batteries. And Olimar's this generates unlimited power forever. And you're like, okay,
Probably not, but go on.
the positron generator also generates a shit ton of power, but the only thing Olimar says he uses it for is instant cup noodles. So... But like when you initially pick up the pod, it's like it's going to be great for heating up instant cup noodles, and you're like, all right, cool.
Your priorities are bad.
Yeah.
Look, we can't leave this planet if I can't have good instant cup noodles, alright?
It's true.
I'd rather die.
I'd rather die than eat cup noodles.
That's pretty much my response. So at this point, we've done everything quote-unquote essential for the day. I've beaten the boss. I'm literally now just trying to replenish Pikmin numbers, so it's going to be a lot of pellet collecting. So this is a good episode for questions.
Go over names and interesting stuff about enemies you didn't already kind of point out. Because there's been a few that you've kind of just blown by, and you got the book right in your lap.
Okay, so like which enemy in particular?
Just like anything that you see in the B series that you missed or like didn't go into as much depth as you could have.
Okay.
Not counting the bonus episode one.
Right. So I don't think I went super into it, but the way the Impact's optional bosses work is even days is Mahmuda, odd days are Grulix.
Yeah.
And that's how it switches back and forth. So that's why we didn't get Mahmuda.
Okay.
So in this game, there's only 2 Blowhog family members, which is the fiery ones, the guys that blow fire, and then
The floating ones.
yeah, which Puffy. They're called Puffy.
These guys I've noticed are just...
Yeah, we're actually going to fight one of those guys
cool.
later today. So... Excuse me. So those are the only 2 family members in this game. In Pikmin 2, we actually encounter more members. There's like the watery one, which snorts jets of water or whatever.
Gross.
The interesting thing to me is like anytime you look at those guys in the high definition art, they look manufactured. There's like plastic seams along them and stuff. And this is especially noticeable once we get to Pikmin 3, but even in the official art for both of the Blowhogs in Pikmin 1, they look artificial.
Huh.
So it's a definite, like, this might be something we go into more in Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3, but like it kind of, I personally think
I realized.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It kind of hints at like something weird with Planet Earth going on.
I think you mean Planet Crash Site?
PNF 404. Thank
Is that
you.
actually what it's called?
That's what it's called in Pikmin 3.
Yeah.
Page not pound.
Ha!
Yeah, page not found 404. So, as Eric mentioned, there's one guy that I keep skipping by, and it's the iridescent flint beetle.
I know that one from Smash 2.
Yeah, he shows up in Smash. So, this guy, he distracts Pikmin, which I am legitimately surprised he didn't distract my Pikmin earlier.
I've only seen him like twice, and they're always like right in the corners of the screen.
Yeah, well, like, he ran straight through the middle of my group, and I think if this had been the GameCube version, all of my guys would have been like, "What?" Yeah.
Shiny!
No, that's exactly what it is. He's supposed to distract them with his shiny color.
Yeah.
So the thing with him is, if you hit him with a Pikmin, he flips upside down and spills something, like honey or pellets or whatever, and you can hit him as many times as he's around, so if you can, like, get him locked in a flipping loop, you can get a buttload of honey pellets. Yeah.
Now, does that randomize, or is it like once it's a pellet, you'll only get pellets, or like once?
No, so it's actually, it seems to be like a specific order from what I noticed, where it's like the first time is, I think, honey, and then the second time is pellets, and then it's honey, pellets, honey, pellets, something like that.
Okay.
But it falls into a loop.
Now, I'm wondering if the color of pellet you get is based off the color of the Pikmin that hits it, or if it's just like completely random.
That I don't know. I want to say it's random because I can't imagine that it's that specific programming. Like, it doesn't.
We'll have to find out because now I'm curious too.
Yeah.
Just by proxy.
So yeah.
And
I don't think you went over this one either. I don't even know if I've seen it.
Yeah, actually this has been a very dry run for honey wisps. So honey wisps are these adorable looking floating ghost things that have a little tail of honey.
Yeah.
And if you hit one with a Pikmin, it scares it and it drops the honey.
Right.
And so it's another good way to get honey. And that's it. You don't kill it. and there's no fighting against it. It's
Yeah.
just you surprise it and it runs away.
It kind of sounds like that's the same with the Flint Beetle, too, in a way. Like, you can stun lock it, but it doesn't actually die.
Yeah, you never kill the Flint Beetles.
It's nice that everything isn't just openly aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, I know that originally one of the main things that everybody talked about as not necessarily a selling point, but just like a facet of the game is like, everything is stronger than the Pikmin, and like everything wants the Pikmin dead. And
Yeah.
it's like not actually the case, which makes me like it wouldn't increase my chances of playing it, but it makes me more interested in it as a whole because
Makes you
honestly,
want to get into the world a little bit more.
a little bit, yeah. Like just it's showing that there's a little bit more depth. Because quite honestly, if it was just like everything is completely threatening, it's like alright, that's kind of boring.
That's probably more that's probably a little more true in Pikmin 2, but that's just because there's so many more enemies in Pikmin 2.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more that want to kill you.
It's just statistics.
We run into a bunch of them in previous recording attempts, but all those recordings failed.
Yeah.
So their bad luck is what you're saying.
Yes. They fuck with the RNG, so we need to keep them off screen.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to look through and see what else I could talk about, and we can just throw some visuals up on the
It
screen.
looks like for the most part you covered them. There's one that you didn't, but I'm assuming it's like final boss or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't ask about that.
We could talk about the puff stool.
Yes, the puff stool is interesting, at least according to the strategy guide, so we don't know if this is like internal Nintendo official lore or not, or anything.
Right.
But when they described the puff stool in the strategy guide, they mentioned that it is actually those are not eyes on top of it protruding out of the cap. That's actually its reproductive organs, which good to know. And that it's actually part of a larger sentient fungal colony. And
Right.
when it gets to a certain point, it breaks off from the main colony, walks around as the puff stool, and spreads its spores
Right.
to infect living beings, which is basically cordyceps them.
Yeah,
But this was like before cordyceps was a big buzzword for
Zombies are real!
Yeah, for fungus has taken over your body, so it doesn't mention cordyceps at all in here. The interesting thing is
bandwagon thing.
the puff stool's actual name is the red spore of it. The sad thing is you see no other puff stools in any of the games.
It's literally just the one?
It's literally just that one.
Huh.
Like, there might be another one in challenge mode, when they remix all the levels and stuff, but, like, that's literally
Like,
the only
canonically, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, they never show up in 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But what you don't know is that they're literally everywhere right underneath the surface.
Well, I mean, so, like, in 3, there are mushrooms you break down, and I wouldn't say they look like the puff stool in any way, but, it's a
They're
giant mushroom,
mushrooms,
yeah. So, like, maybe that's a not fully formed puff... Oh, here we go, we're fighting the fuck you. So, yeah, it just dropped a fiber.
Right, God.
Oh, and then I keep running into the, heal beam.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, please I just want to keep knocking this guy over before he leaves. But as you, heard as I was running away, Pikmin were still chasing after it. Because,
Yeah.
once they get
Distraction.
interested in it, yeah.
That's cool.
So,
Well, I don't know if it's true for red bulldorms, but the dwarf bull bears, I think, are actually red bugs. Or
they're...
maybe I have that reversed, but for one of them, the little babies aren't actually the same species as the adult, they're just mimics.
For the bulborbs, the dwarfs are not even related to them.
Yeah, they're related to
So the little pup-looking guys, the little ones they're not bulborbs at all. They're just like a mimicry species.
Yeah, they're related to the fucking bread bug that was running around in the...
Well, honestly, the red bug already looks pretty similar.
I don't know if that's said anywhere, Myth.
I think it's said in the credits. Or no. I think it's said in the Piklopedia in Pikmin 2. But in the credits of this one, it says they're not actually related.
I recall that. I don't know if that's the same for ball bears or not. I think it's just bulborbs. But that's... So the Bulborb family is what gets expanded the most in Pikmin 2.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
They're decently iconic.
Yeah, like they were all over the goddamn place in the marketing.
Yeah, so here's like the behind the scenes kind of thing is the Bulborb, the big Bulborb is like the only asset that survived all development stages of Pikmin.
Huh.
Like the Bulborb has been Bulborb even back when Pikmin was supposed to be called Adam and Eve. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
I can understand the attachment there then.
yeah.
I don't know if it's just because there's like no direct objectives to talk about, but it feels like this day cycle is going a lot longer than the other one.
Yeah, and it definitely is, but like I think we've gained... We're going to see at the end of the day, but it's easily multiple hundred Pikmin.
Yeah, you're clearly doing really well.
Yeah. So, I actually got all of the pellets out of the way, all of the pearls have been collected, so there's nothing else for me to do, I think. I tried to honey some reds, because reds are going to be the only thing that's actually attacking the final boss tomorrow.
Right.
So, it's the only thing I need flowered.
Yeah, I think he got all of them.
I got pretty close.
Do the onions have a cap?
No.
Well,
I think 999,
yeah.
But it might also go above that, but it doesn't count above that. I don't specifically recall. I know I attempted to find out once, but...
A valiant goal.
God damn.
Please, the day! Oh, you're killing me. I'm so thirsty.
Yay!
33 of each! Ugh!
34 of reds and 33 of blues and yellows, thank you. It's so much easier to pull out even numbers when Pikmin 2 has 5 types of Pikmin. So.
Alright.
Whoa. I looked at the back cover of the player's guide and there's a ship part that isn't a ship part in the game.
Ah, shit!
Yeah, like that's not...
We've busted this wide open.
That's not a part you collect at any point.
I don't think it.
No, that's definitely not. That's the strange... Well...
And that's not Olimar! It's... I don't know, Franklin.
If it was Louis, I'd have to beat him. Sorry, but Louis is the worst thing in this franchise. But we'll get into that in Pikmin 2.
Wait, did he actually just say that clearly this was his final day or something?
No, like,
He
coming
means
up next is his final trial.
trial, yeah. So 257 Pikmin sprouted today. I say that's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow is going to be the finale. We're heading to the final
Ooh.
trial.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, the meteor storm. This only happens once and only for a limited amount of time. So we made sure to capture it so you guys can see it in its beauty.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll see you in the next episode, and we're going to finish Pikmin.